the recording. Okay, so good morning, BNI. We are very grateful that Gagan has come to address your specific questions. Whatever are your concerns, and please focus on how you can maximize your participation. Forget about money investment. We never talk about money in BNI. So how can you maximize your participation through this Connect X race to the power 21? So whoever has questions, please raise your hand and we'll go. I'll ask you to unmute and go one by one. So who wants to start? Okay, Shailendra, fastest fingers first. Go ahead.
Good morning, BNI. So, Gagan, I have a very specific question. My category is consumer electronics. But what I want to showcase is a special category within consumer electronics, which is open box. Open box are those televisions which actually the manufacturer Sony give us at very lucrative prices that can be liquidated, warranty and installation from the company. So the faith factor is there. Plus, I want to showcase LED wall and video walls, which is a solution in itself. Yeah. So what should I display my display category as?
Okay. So what you should do, Shailendra, is that in there you get actually 2-3 different areas for display. Right? You have taken a standard stall?
Deluxe.
So guys, yeah, one second, Gagan. So please tell what type of stall so that Gagan can coach you accordingly. So add that what type of stall you've taken when you are asking a question. Thank you.
So Deluxe gives you actually a bit more leverage compared to what a normal stall is. But still, even if it was a deluxe or a standard, I would say that one of the graphics for you has to be something which you do as a full complete solutions. What all do you do? Because even if I understand that you want to focus on a very specific part of your business, which is, let's say, the open box or the LED solutions, or the video wall solutions, you should still in one of the graphics talk about what you have been doing as a company. And here, don't go into too much of details or various categories. The moment you talk about consumer electronics, people do understand that you are a trustworthy consumer electronics brand. So one graphic should be very focused on consumer electronics and something which you can relate to with regards to your company. And then under this and in that particular graphic, you could talk about certain numbers, certain kind of customers you've been dealing with, if you briefly mention that. But apart from that, then the rest of the graphics, you should focus very specifically on a couple of areas of focus you have, video walls or the open box LEDs or the LED walls, what you have been talking about. And similarly, you will get 3 options of videos also. So let's say one particular video can be about your company, but the other videos have to be then completely about the solutions you are providing. You do not show them other generic information. Then it should be about your company and then about these 2 solutions.
Thanks. That answers my question.
Yeah. And I would recommend that yesterday's session, if you all attended, just by show of hands, if you attended yesterday's session or a session before that, in case yes, we did speak about marketing and how you need to present your business with the specialization. So Shailendra, and for each one of you, whatever part of the business you are going to showcase, apart from your company specialization, I should be able to see, if I am a visitor and I'm coming onto your booth, I should be able to see that when you're talking about a video wall, why should somebody buy a video wall from you? Or when you're talking about let's say an LED TV, why should I reach out to you specifically for LED TVs compared to the other consumer electronic brands? At that point, your competition does not become any other. The moment when you're talking about an LED wall, your competition is not a consumer electronics. Your competition is the other LED wall suppliers. So you will have to be very, very categorical in telling people that why you over other LED wall suppliers. Okay.
Okay. Got
Great.
your point.
Thank you. Yes. Vineet. I think Vineet raised the hand then. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Gagan, I would like to know that what kind of stall I will be getting, and like how I should be like uploading my images, my videos, because
कौन
my
सा stall
category is
है?
into import and export.
Yes. So
Stall standard है, deluxe
no,
Yes.
है, पहले ये
import
बताओ.
export is deluxe
My
stall.
stall standard, it is under import and export category.
So import and export category is you are going to get a deluxe stall,
Okay.
and you have quite a lot happening in that stall. You have 3 videos. You will have double the banners of what you are getting as a part of the standard stall. So you have 4 banners, I guess. You have more standees. What you're going to do is that if not yesterday, today you are supposed to get a mail from the team that these are the inclusions and this is all the stall looks like and all that. So that bit
Right.
is going to happen today.
Okay.
Second, there are 2 ways with which you can actually do your graphics. One is you can they will give you standard parameters that this by this you need to make a graphic of. One is that you can make your own graphics, supply them the graphics only. That's a possibility. The second way is their team are giving you a set of graphics कि अगर आपको यही graphic करवाने हैं तो they will give you that option. You just send them information and they will design the graphic for you and they will put the graphic for you. So that option is already available within the
Yeah.
stall cost only.
Right.
So you can choose which option do you want to take.
Yeah, because see, I am not a designer.
Yes.
Okay. I am. I know almost nothing in
Yeah, yeah.
designing part. So I would love to have help from BNI.
So that option is available, as I
Yeah,
said.
thank you.
So you
Yeah.
will be able to do that.
Sure.
There is a email ID and a phone number which has been given yesterday, right?
Okay.
So you can reach out right now. The lines are open. You can call them and check with them how it's going to be processed for me.
Okay,
And,
I'll do that.
and go ahead with that.
Yeah,
Having
can you
said
share
this,
the number again, please?
I will try and do that. Yes.
Yeah.
I think it was probably shared in the groups.
Okay, let me just check it out. Okay, thank you.
I shared the IVR number yesterday.
Okay, yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
it's very
info
clear.
at connectx21.com.
Right. I will call that number. Yeah.
The second thing what you need to do, Vineet, now in each of the stalls you get, for your import export stall for example, you are going to get 3 videos. Now videos are something which the team is not going to make for you. Videos are you have to upload your videos on a YouTube link and you have to provide them the YouTube links so that they can place those YouTube links in the section and those will automatically play for you. Okay. Rest of the graphics, they can design it for you. That's not a problem. All right. Okay, good. Thank you, Vineet. You're muted, by the way, but I can still see.
Yeah,
that
thank you.
All right.
I'm grateful.
Okay. Amit, please go ahead.
I have a couple of questions.
Yes.
One is that I have two brands which I would be promoting there. So how should I be placing them?
Okay.
Second is since I happen to be from the plywood category, there are numerous materials that come under that for the raw material part as well as the decorative part. What I should be doing about it? And my target customer is going to be architects and interior designers. So
Yes.
how are they? What should I do so that they are able to find me on the however they are going to come on that I have never done a virtual expo, so I don't know how they are going to find me.
I completely understand that. Let's look at your questions one by one. Okay. What was your first question? Tell me one more time.
My first question is that I promote my products under two brand names.
2 brands. Which are these 2 brands?
One is Amulya and other is Mirage.
And both are the plywood brands.
Yes, plywood and the allied products.
And the allied products. And what is the difference between the 2 brands?
One is a corporate brand and the Mirage is corporate brand is, and the other one is a specialized product. Basically, Mirage, under Mirage there is a special range of exclusive products.
Tell me a bit more about it. Because I want to find a differentiation. Right now, you've mentioned something is specialized and something is not. What is the difference?
You see, in our industry, what happens is that there happens to be a lot of plywood shops that you see around in the
Yes.
whatever markets.
Yes.
So we happen to supply material to those shops. Now there is a particular brand under which we are supplying material to probably pan India and to a lot of dealers. So that becomes a generalized product, which can be which may be available in a particular market for with 10 or 12 retailers, right?
Okay.
And
Yeah.
then which is under the brand name of Amulya. Then there is a special range which is primarily display based and under the brand name of Mirage, which we provide to only special retailers. So probably in one particular market there would be one dealer only, or it may be like this: in one particular city there would be one dealer only. If the city is small, in a city there would be a single dealer, and if it is a city like Delhi, probably in 8 markets there would be only 8 dealers. So that is what Mirage does. In Mirage we do the specialized marketing, and in Amulya it is a bulk sales, you can say that.
Is there a difference in the usage on the ultimate application?
No difference in the usage. It is only in the variety and range that is offered.
Costing, you
brand
mean to
perspective.
say pricing.
So what? Even application or pricing, is there a difference there?
Pricing, no, pricing is not different. It is the range. Basically, one particular range is exclusive,
All right.
which will be available only, मतलब जैसे क्या बोलते हैं सर, जैसे अगर डिजाइन पेपर्स है फॉर एग्जांपल जिससे लैमिनेट बनता है, तो बेसिकली एक पर्टिकुलर रेंज है जो यूरोपियन पेपर्स की है, तो वो एक एक्सक्लूसिव रेंज है जो कि एक लिमिटेड डीलर्स के थ्रू मार्केट होता है, राइट?
So tell me one more thing, and this will answer your next question. You said your target customers, and this is architects and interiors. What would you offer to architects and interiors?
You see, again, there happens to be architects के अंदर बहुत divisions है. जैसे there would be certain architects जो कि बड़े प्रोजेक्ट्स करते हैं, उनको बहुत सारी सर्टिफिकेशंस की जरूरत होती है, वहां पे अमूल्या विल पिच. देन देयर आर सर्टेन आर्किटेक्ट्स जो कि समझो बैंक्वेट हॉल्स करते हैं या रेस्टोरेंट करते हैं या रिटेल हाउसिंग करते हैं, जिनको एक एक्सक्लूसिव डिफरेंट प्रोडक्ट चाहिए, रन ऑफ द मिल प्रोडक्ट नहीं चाहिए, उनके लिए मिराज है.
So there are two things what I can suggest you here, Amit.
Yes.
One is that I'm still trying to understand the clear differentiation between these two products. Right now they are placed one after the other. I'm sure you will have a lot of differentiation. It takes a bit of a time. Like when I asked you this question, there was a reason, and this will be applicable to a lot of others as well. When you are showcasing two products, and if people are not able to find an immediate difference between the two, there is a confusion which gets created. And because of the confusion, people decide not to look at either. Okay. So that is a general perception when a buyer comes to you, or when a person who has to recommend this in case of an architect or interior. Okay. So my recommendation to you is you will have to place these two products, just not with which dealers it is going to, with the clear usage and application. Why would somebody really take Mirage and why would somebody really take Amulya? And if you think that the usage looks to be similar, it is a confusion in the minds, which I would not recommend.
One is with certifications and other is for retail use. Because projects need certifications.
When it says certifications, as in?
Certifications like, like Singapore green certificate hota hai. There are ISI certificates, then there are certain certificates for exterior usage. मतलब टेक्निकल सर्टिफिकेट जो कि समझिए मतलब किसी भी आर्किटेक्ट को अगर किसी प्रोजेक्ट के अंदर किसी ब्रांड को इंक्लूड करना है, तो उसके लिए वो टेक्निकल सर्टिफिकेट चाहिए.
I would say then you should project your two brands, one as a value offering and the other one is a premium offering. Okay. Let's say you put in two graphics next to each other. Okay.
Right.
And the moment an architect comes in, so you are clear to them that these are two of my offerings. One is a value offering, the other one is a premium offering. Immediately a thought process starts flowing into my mind. And the moment you say value offering, you will say, okay, this goes into everywhere, this, like the way you told me. And my premium offering has a lot of certifications and this and that. And this is how this can be used here in applications and all that. So kya hota hai, then there is a clear, and I'm sure with this, you can even have a price differentiation between the value offering, which is your Amulya, and a Mirage, which is a bigger brand.
Right.
What this does to you is it makes very clear to the people that you have two different kinds of projects which are positioned differently, right? And maybe the price point is also different, and you offer it to different kind of locations, kind of people. Now your usage also, you could then tell them different, that value offerings are going into more of regular houses, regular this and that. When it comes to my Mirage brand, this has gone into, then you show the premium kind of applications for that. Kahan pe wo laga hai.
Okay.
This way you are making it very clear. So architect also can decide कि कल को मुझे अगर value offering चाहिए, कोई low cost project है, तो मैं वहां पे अमूल्या रेफर करूंगा, और कहीं मुझे बहुत high end चीज करनी है, वहां पे they are looking at green buildings and all that, I would probably then offer or the other brand.
Okay. Okay. फ्रीज हो गए क्या गगन जी?
Yeah.
सारी दुनिया जूम पर है, जूम बेचारा क्या करेगा?
It's not Zoom, it is internet.
Yes, yes, yes.
It is the bandwidth.
तो मैम, जैसे आपने भी तो वर्चुअल एग्जीबिशंस अटेंड किए हुए हैं, मतलब you have been to virtual exhibition. How do
Yes.
people find you there?
By looking at searching keywords and going to stalls.
Okay.
So all the exhibitions I've been, there has been a store directory sort of thing, and I keep clicking on each one because I like to go to all stalls because I don't know who's doing what. Name is very deceptive.
Right.
Sorry, got knocked out. Sorry.
जी sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
No problems.
So, Amit, was it clear to you? I don't know till what you understood.
Yes, I have got a fair idea of what
So you need to position it very, very clearly. Positioning is going to be very, very critical for you in this case, because it should not appear that one product is eating onto the margin of the other, or one product that if I'm not clear, that is not a good idea.
So this is a deluxe stall. So probably we have two standees. So we can one part of the stall we can give to one particular product and brand, and one part we can give to the other.
Absolutely. And I would recommend with each of your product, let's say we're talking about Amulya, you will then talk about Amulya's offerings and Amulya's application. And on the other side, when talk about Mirage, you talk about what all you offer under Mirage and what kind of application. You have to show the end product, what comes out of it. And that end product is going to be so, when you say premium, you can even show the kind of buildings it has been implemented into, or it has been, or inside the building, what were the various applications where it actually went.
उसमें साहब एक नॉर्मली प्रॉब्लम क्या हो जाती है कि जब मैं एंड प्रोडक्ट दिखाता हूं ना, तो पीपल टेंड टू टेक मी एज अ फर्नीचर मैन्युफैक्चरर rather than the raw material supplier.
I understand your point, and this is where before that is why you're saying applications. Right. You are not saying कि कहाँ मेरा product apply हुआ है, right? If you are going to show, and with that, within that application, you have to show a swatch of your product. आपको वो swatch दिखाना पड़ेगा, तभी वो उनसे correlate होगा कि ये यहाँ लगा है.
Okay.
Right?
और सर बैनर के ऊपर क्या दिखाना होगा?
Banner के ऊपर you should talk about your business, some of the important points about let's say talk about your manufacturing facility there. Talk about the number of dealers you may have, some big numbers. Talk right. About India-wide presence. All of these factors you should talk about.
Like we have presence in India as well as abroad, so we can mention that probably we are exporting to 24.
Absolutely, why not? It's a great idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, good.
Thank you.
All right, wonderful. I hope I've been able to answer all your questions. Well, you had a couple of questions.
Yes,
Yes?
all done.
Great. Wonderful. Vishal, please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. So I had attended your 2 sessions before this last one yesterday. So everything was much clear to me. A lot of things were simplified and put towards in a very, very nice way. So I have given my creatives and designs and everything to the team. So I have one question. So my simple question is, like, I deal in computer accessories and computer solutions, right? IT solutions, etc. So what happens is, I'm many a time faced in a dilemma. What happens is, like, my solution, so like nowadays all the electronics, computers, CCTV, they're converging, right? A lot of electronics is converging.
Yeah.
So what happens is, so one of my solution goes to the computer market also, as well as to the CCTV industry as well. Okay.
Yeah.
So in good numbers and good volumes, right? So it has a good potential there as well. So मुझे वो confusion हो जाता कई बारी कि मैं उसको I focus on IT also, on the IT only. पर CCTV के लिए भी बड़ा important होता है, तो मेरे लिए confusion हो जाता है मैं उनको कैसे वो करूं. Like today morning it happened, a dealer in Jaipur yesterday evening, a BNI member in Jaipur, ठीक है. तो उसको मैंने अपना प्रोफाइल भेजा. He says, यार मेरा तो आपसे काम नहीं होगा. We are from different fields. I said, no, we are from overlapping fields. I have many dealers like you in all across India from BNI who are buying from me. So it was difficult to, तो वो उसको मैं कैसे हैंडल करूं during the exhibition. I mean, तो वो थोड़ा सा एक बार गाइड करिए please.
Okay. So let me ask. Before that, I would like to say hello to Anupam. Anupam, how are you? Good to see you.
Hey Gagan, thank you for your efforts.
Most welcome.
Beautiful.
Most welcome, Anupam. Absolutely a pleasure to be here. So good. Vishal, I want to ask you one more question. You said 2 different industries, the IT space and the CCTV, right? And when you say CCTV, you go with your own brand?
Yeah.
And when you go to the IT space, you do a white labeling kind of a thing?
Our own brand, everywhere our own brand.
Brand, you give it to the IT space and they can use it within their applications, or you directly reach out to CCTV people as well? For security services, basically.
Yeah. So what happens is, IT वाले जो है ना, जैसे for example एक HDMI extender है, ठीक है? If you have to extend an HDMI signal over 120 meters,
yeah,
cost effective and a very high resolution signal, you use this product, right?
Okay.
तो ये इतना अच्छा प्रोडक्ट आपको पूरी इंडिया में नहीं मिलेगा. अगर मिलेगा तो इससे 5 गुने प्राइस पे मिलेगा, या इससे 1/5 1/4 प्राइस पे मिलेगा. वो चलेगा नहीं more than 20-30 meters, right? So it's a very unique position product. Okay.
Yes.
So अब ये जो है कंप्यूटर इंडस्ट्री में भी यूज होता है, एडवर्टाइजमेंट इंडस्ट्री में भी यूज होता है, सीसीटीवी इंडस्ट्री में भी यूज होता है ये, राइट? HDMI signal can be extended from a computer, from a laptop, from a CCTV DVR as well, from anything, in advertising industry as well. तो ये कई इंडस्ट्रीज में यूज होता है. तो ऐसे करके मेरे पास कुछ solution है, तो it becomes really difficult.
No, I understand what you have a solution, but have you created a package for the security industry under which this kind of a program comes in? Or have you created a special package? Okay, let me give you an example. It will give you an idea. Okay, this is a live case study and related to your industry, related to the security industry. Okay. Now, this was a study which was done, or actually a case study which one of my friends actually did. He's there in US. They were working with a CCTV brand. Okay, and it is a case study on positioning. So what was happening was that these guys had a CCTV camera, a simple 1 or 2 cameras, not much, and they were saying कि हमारा camera is good for everybody. Okay, and they said मेरा camera retail में भी चल जाता है, मेरा camera हर जगह, everyone needs my camera. It is that simple a solution and very wonderful and a cheap solution. Okay, and a lot of thing was over cloud, so कोई problem नहीं थी उसके अंदर में. But they were facing a challenge कि कोई भी उनका कैमरा ले नहीं रहा था, या कैसे उनको समझ नहीं आ रहा था कि वो बेचे कैसे. Okay, so what they did, they decided, like my friend who was a consultant in US, they decided to create a strategy for them. Rather than offering their camera as a generic brand or a generic thought, they created 4 or 5 various buckets for themselves in terms of the target segment. Same camera, I'm telling you. Okay. So what they did, they created a different kind of a communication for the residential spaces. They said, this camera वहाँ पे if you notice कैमरा वहाँ पे जब यूज करते हैं, even to look at their kids room at times you need that, or you know all the house का बहुत surveillance है, सब कुछ होता है उसके अंदर में. So one segment they made for the residential spaces, they created a solution. Camera same है, okay? They created a solution whereby they said a special solution for the residential thing, and they created a communication around it. You can watch your kids, you can watch your gate, you can watch this backyard. उनका backyard बहुत बड़े-बड़े, so you know you all of that. So one solution they made that. The second solution they said similar camera, but they said our solution for the retail spaces, now retail outlets, okay? And then there they said you can have your cloud recording, the DVR पे आपका recording जो होता है for a period of let's say 6 days or a period of 1 month, and you know, so they created a solution around the retail spaces. Camera same है, सब कुछ same करता है, but thought process उन्होंने उसको वैसे दिया. There were certain spaces which did not need a cloud recording. Okay, house में I think था या कुछ था, DVR नहीं चाहिए था, तो they sold the camera just like that as a very cheap solution to just look at these people. Then they gave a solution for the same camera, they gave a separate communication for the commercial spaces. Okay, now if you notice what I see with regards to one product which you mentioned, HDMI, right? If I put it into this kind of a communication, all you need to do is create a package around a kind of an area, around a target segment, right? If you have a security companies as your target segment, or you have integrators, security integrators who can source products from you, okay, you will have to create a bouquet of solutions for the security industry and give it to them. That, okay, are you from? So first you are going to talk to them, what is your need and who you are. The moment you have decided, understood that this guy is a a system integrator in a security industry, what you're going to do them is you're going to give them a brochure saying this is my solution for security industry. Even if you are now, the moment you met somebody who's an IT guy, or you are going to say for IT I have a solution like this, and you give them those products which are related to IT. Maybe some of the products will be common. This way it is much easier to position, and they will feel that you are a specialist in the IT sourcing. The other one will feel that you are a specialist in the CCTV or the security related sourcing. You just told me 2 of these. Maybe there are other such applications which are going to be there, right? I don't know if you supply this for the event industry for that matter. You know, these HDMI ka to long things are,
AV वाले भी लेते हैं, yes,
AV
right.
वाले भी लेते हैं. So maybe there is a separate zone. You create a separate communication for the AV industry, and you say, boss, I have special solutions for the AV industry. Don't position yourself as a computer accessories. You need to be positioning yourself as, you know, computer accessories for AV industry. You know, okay, let me send you something. We work with AV industry regularly. This is my catalog for AV industry. Even if there are 5 catalogs, you have same catalog, you have to position it separately. This is going to give you that kind of a I get a head start over other competitors of you. I can guarantee you. It has worked for a lot of people. It will work for you as well.
नहीं, आ गया सर समझ. Perfect. आपने बहुत अच्छे तरीके से बता दिया मुझे. Thank you so much. This is a wonderful advice which I got in a long time, you know. मैं भी यही सोच रहा था बेसिकली 3 या 4 जितने भी वर्टिकल्स, अलग अलग वर्टिकल्स बना दूंगा. अलग अलग करना कुछ नहीं, खाली कैटलॉग्स अलग बनाने, सब कुछ सेम है. Just need to position it in that industry in that particular way.
If you attended the session, it said limit the information you are giving to a particular group, and it should appear that you, through that group, you are appearing as a super specialist, right? And that's what you need to present, and that is how you need to present. Okay.
Perfect, sir. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
Most welcome, Vishal. Amit.
Amit Vacha.
Yeah. Good morning, Gagan. So my category is search engine optimization. So obviously one of the most common categories we can have there. So I am just wanting to ask, because I'm not exactly targeting B2C. I just want to actually collaborate more with agencies who can outsource, because me as a specialization of organic SEO. So not PPC, not the paid campaigns, but organically getting you into the top 10 of Google. So that is my specialization. So how do I position myself to get, so I want to collaborate more with people within India, across India, agencies who can outsource this kind of specialization to me. So
tell me one more time the exact kind of people you want to collaborate with. one more time?
Agencies like there are web development agencies who don't specialize into SEO, but they still have to give it as part of the whole package, because
Okay.
making a website is no use unless you provide the search engine optimization. So or there are these paid agencies जो PPC campaigns करते हैं, या social media marketing agencies who don't specialize in organic SEO. So organically getting into the top 10 is a different specialization altogether.
All right. So I've understood your kind of people you want to collaborate with. And so now tell me the exact question you have. How do you
Yes, how that's exactly how do I position myself so that I can reach the agency model?
So which stall do you have?
Standard stall, please. Standard.
So, all right. So Amit, first of all, you will need to, you kind of define 2 or 3 kinds of customers or people who can collaborate with, who could be your potential partners, web development agencies you mentioned, other paid media campaign agencies who could use your organic way of going that, right? So what you'll have to do is, one, your communication on, first thing what you'll do, even before you plan your communication, first you will need to define what is the end benefit, not your customer gets, okay? End benefit, what this agency gets because of dealing with you. Whether it's a web development agency. So for a web development, just taking one example, when it comes to the web development agency, what they are going to get is they can concentrate on their work on web development rather than concentrating or worrying about the organic thing. Number one. The second thing is that they can, instead of pitching a 1 lakh worth of a website, they can pitch, apart from 1 lakh worth of a website, a X amount of monthly subscription of a digital campaign as well along with you, right? They can even do that. So this is an additional source of revenue because you are getting involved with them without them getting any effort out of that, right? So they are going to get maybe an additional source of revenue because of that, right?
Yes.
Similarly, you will need to look at a couple of more such benefits. The third benefit could be their perception in terms of the eyes of the consumer. The end consumer also increases because now they are just not a web development company. They are also a company which is giving an integrated solution of web and social search engine optimization. Okay. Now,
complete package. Yes.
Yes. So this is the benefit of one, which is web development agencies. Now, when you talk about the other agencies who are into paid campaigns and PPC model and all that, for them the benefit could be slightly different. I don't know. You will know what are the benefits, what you need, what there would be. So what you need to do is, when you are creating your communication, now coming to the communication, when you are creating your graphics should very clearly say, are you a web development agency? If that is your focus or goal from this particular exhibition, okay? The moment you put in a web development agency, if I am any other marketer or I am any other visitor, I would not like to look at it, which is okay, okay? Because you have completely filtered and you want to reach out to very focused people, okay? Or if you want to talk about, because we are all BNI members and you want to, and we know that we are always looking at giving referrals to each other, okay? You could even position, are you a web development agency or do you know any web development agency? Because there'll be a lot of BNI members coming. So you're putting an extra thought in their mind that I can reach out to my friend in my chapter who is also a web designer, and I could potentially connect Amit along with that. For example, I know Gurpreet is in my chapter and I know that he does website and is weak. I know he's weak at SEO. Okay. I know that I can connect you to him. But then you are stating the benefits very clearly, right? The benefits which we have just now spoken.
Yes.
The moment you are able to, let's say you're talking about an extra source of income from a web development agency. So what you did with this line, what you did was, you are talking about a web development agency. It is not for others, but you've also spoken about a benefit, which is an extra source of revenue for them. Now, being a web designer, web development agency, I am intrigued and I want to talk to you that how you are going to get that extra source of revenue for me.
Definitely.
They
Definitely. Yes.
will want to see you are talking about an SEO and you're talking about an extra source of revenue for a web development agency. I definitely would want to talk about it.
Definitely.
And
Yeah.
similarly, this is the benefit for the web development. You will need to then position its similar kind of benefit on a separate graphic for another agency or different kind. You will probably know what exactly those agencies are. And when you are going into the exhibition, okay, you will and this is applicable to every one of us. You know, people will just not come to you. You will need to make your own efforts. I said this yesterday as well. You will need to make your own efforts to go around other agencies, to go around into the networking areas to look for these target segments. And that is why it is so very important for each one of you to clearly define your end goal from this exhibition and have at least 30 to 40 meaningful conversations from this exhibition. But it will not happen if you think everyone is my customer. You will have to be going with a very clear goal. And one of the biggest goal for you, and which I will talk about on Monday in the training, is collaboration. We know BNI is all about collaboration. So going into this particular exhibition, collaboration should be on top of your agenda. Even when we were talking about Amit, finding distributors and collaborations because of this could also be on top of your agenda for that matter, right? So think that, and along with that, be absolutely clear about the end goal and the end target customers you are looking at, and be focused. If a website developer or a digital marketing agency is your end customer, Amit, the other Amit, I really forgot I'm talking both to the Amits. You have to be very clear about this, and then search for people like this and give them the benefit that this is what you're going to get. And come to my stall, I'm going to tell you more benefits about it. And this is how it's going to help you.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you. Okay, let's go to Shailendra. Yeah.
Shailendra's already asked 1 minute. Pehle Rachna texted
Yes.
that she
Yes,
wants
Rachna.
to. Rachna,
Please
go ahead.
Hi, Gagan. A lot of my queries have been answered when you were answering Amit and Vishal, because you have been telling that you have to streamline your business. So my business is metal art, where we are into designing decorative pieces. How I have segregated is that I am developing a line for pet lovers. I am developing name signages, and for landscape artists. So this is what I am focusing for this exhibition. Right. So is this the correct way to go, or is it too laser focused and I might miss on the other categories, because it is applicable, yes, to many more categories. Even, the boutique decorative stores, pan India or internationally, would be interested in keeping these pieces. So what should be my approach? I have opted for a standard stall.
Okay. So Rachna, my first question to you is, are you, with this particular exhibition, let's define the goal for your exhibition. Are you looking at a B2B or institutional selling, or a B2C or a direct selling? What is your goal from this exhibition?
From this exhibition, I wish to create pipeline business for myself. So hence B2B.
B2B.
Yes.
Right. Okay. And so that is the one thing which you need to see. So you should be very clear then what kind of people you will be speaking with. You will talk with respect to the B2B or a regular business which is there, right? Now, whether it is now tell me three parts. First, you mentioned about the three things in your business: the pet lovers, or the landscape architects and all that. Are they all B2B? Are they all towards the B2B?
Yes, B2B. So if I suppose I take example of pet art. So yes, my target would be the pet stores or the pet cafes or the pet exhibitions. But ultimately it will be going to pet lovers.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
How do I do that? Yeah.
Ultimately you have a B2C product, and I can completely understand that. But here, when you are actually projecting on a graphic, you will not be reaching out to pet lovers. And that's what happens, with some people, they reach out, they make the communication as a pet lover, while there are hardly any pet lovers are going to be or going to refer you to that, right? Who would be the people who would want to offer it to pet lovers? Is my question to you, which you expect to have here. who are the people who are going to get this thing from you as a B2B business? Who are these people? Tell me this, if you have a bit of an exercise.
First of all, I definitely feel that, somebody who will grab attention has to be a bit of at least a pet lover or empathetic towards animals. So definitely then only will somebody take attention. And anybody who has a pet store or is dealing with any kind of pet accessories, anything related to animals, I think would be able to understand what I mean with my product.
Okay. Okay. All right. So now I immediately, once you mentioned this, so for example, we have a member who has a pet hotel in Gurgaon. I can see that could be a wonderful collaboration, and I'm definitely going to connect you to them, first of all. Okay. Because what they do is that people can actually leave their pets for 3 days, 4 days when they are going out for a holiday. That's the place. They have a pet. Huh?
Is that Creterati?
No, it is not. I'll give you the exact details. But they have a pet cafe, okay, and a hotel. So you can even come. You leave your pets in an area, and you can enjoy your time there, or you can leave your pets for some duration, right?
Yes.
So this could be a perfect kind of a collaboration. The moment clear about who are the people who could reach out, whom you could reach out, it becomes a source of the a reference for you, right? So you will need to do this kind of a distinction very clearly. First of all, these two people, are you a pet lover or know somebody who's a pet lover, right? You could talk about it. So your communications should start from this thing, and then you talk about so you will actually end up covering both a bit of a B2C as well as or you some business in pet industry or whatever. You will know this better, how you should position it, and then talk about a special solution for the pet art solution what you have. So what you're doing is that you are very clearly filtering and the moment you say pet lovers, I will then think about who pet lovers I know in my and it is not everybody. It is still a lot of people who these days are have pets at home, right? So for example, I know I want to ask you if Anupam has already bought something from you. I know that whenever I'm on chat with him, his dog definitely bothers us in the discussion. So I know that definitely that's good. So I'm now thinking about pet lovers.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. So this is more of a gifting option. So
then that comes second.
Okay.
First, you are talking about a pet lover, so you have kind of filtered the crowd already, and then somebody would look at your gifting options, and and I can see that your product is you would be pictorial because it's all about art. So you will probably put some nice pictures there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So the pictures are going to come later, but your discussion or addressing to a set of people will come first.
Yes. So can I ask?
Yeah, please go ahead.
So this is one part, okay, pet, and I have to understand if that person is a pet lover or not. But yes, definitely an interior decorator, an architect are people who can potentially connect me with certain people, certain set of people. Or if I say name signages, then I can be connected to developers, something like that, or landscape artist.
Yes.
I mean, how, like you were mentioning to Vishal, so whenever somebody visits your stall, so you have to know what exactly is their profile, and then accordingly I should be offering them my range.
Yes. And now when it comes to architects and interiors, now you mentioned about what you can do is at time. So there are two ways with which you can go for your exhibition branding, okay, or marketing. One is that you go target segment based, or other you go product based. But the direction has to be one.
Okay. So
this
was my confusion.
Yes. So either you go that my solution for home buyers or direct customers, my solution for architects and interiors, my solution for builders, or my solution for commercial or institutional. A lot of metal art goes into commercial spaces and institutions as well, right? So either you go target segment based, and talk about solutions within the target segment base. For example, the pet art is not going to come into the commercial space. The pet art is probably going to come into the residential space, right? So, so you position it like that, or you position it the other way, or you position it the product based. So pet is one product what you're talking about. Then there may be a solution for the landscaping. You have a different product, or you have a third solution which you want to talk about. But never mix the pattern. You will either go the product base, or you will either go the target segment base, because otherwise it's a confusion. You cannot have a pet based solution on one graphic and you say, are you an architect interior based or a builder based solution on the other segment? It confuses the people. And even when you're talking to people, you should be very clear that, you know what, I have solutions for these kind of people. I have a residential solution, and under residential solution, I have these 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it is easier to tell that under residential, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 solutions. Under commercial spaces, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 solutions. Under landscaping, I have these 1, 2, 3 solutions.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So it gives clarity to the people. I've just tried to mention, and depending upon your business, if I will end up getting more into your business, I will know better. But you are on top of your business right now, so you just see what works better or what should work better, right?
Perfect.
Based on whether I should go a target segment based marketing or I go product based marketing.
Perfect. I get this. So this is all pictorial, and I can show it all on my banners and the standees.
Yes. But you will need to see you are showcasing a product under an umbrella. So one umbrella, let's say when I said a residential, so you show pictures under residential umbrella. The other umbrella is the commercial, then you say a commercial umbrella, right? Or the umbrella could be architects. So architects umbrella and solutions for architects. And there you could actually have a pet solution. You could have a landscaping solution. I don't know. I'm just talking about, and the other solution could be a home buyer solution. So there you will have all things related to somebody who has a home, right? So did you see? I have one I said product based, and the other one would be target segment based.
Yes. So when this is about the target segment based, when I do it product based, you mean that I put, okay, pet lovers, this is one picture.
Tell me some of the product lines. Tell me, you said pet is one of this. What are some of the other decorative pieces?
So one you can see behind me is a name signage.
Yeah.
So these can be in any size. If I can show you this, if you can make this, I could give as a decor pieces towards my landscape artist, which can be do in the outdoor settings or something like this for the pet lovers. Something, these can be like gifting options. So these are product based differentiations that I can do, which I have actually done for this exhibition. I've divided it like this.
So
I wish to target this.
Because we have a lot of products, putting them in a bigger umbrella in a categorized way in terms of sometimes in the target segment really helps them getting clarity that what you do, frankly. It helps frankly because people understand sometimes with the categorized in a better categorized manner with solution for homes, solution for corporate, solution for commercial spaces, solution for others, maybe a cafeteria. You could even then bring on various solutions for various kind of segments, and it actually is explainable better. That's what I see it as.
Yes, that was really insight. That's a great insight for me. I have a lot to process now. Thank you so much for this. I quickly have one more question. Can I ask?
Yes.
Rachana, we need others also there.
Yeah, but this was about invites.
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, so when I send out an invite to the prospects for like you explained yesterday, so will there be a unique link which I can attach to my invite and send it across, or how is it going to work?
This is a generic question, which is okay. What you will be doing is that you will be given a link to log in to the exhibition. So what you will send to the people is that this is, you will need to, because every visitor is going to register to your to the ConnectX website. They will go to a landing page where they're going to make their own registration, and they will get an automated link on their email or on their phone number that this is the link for when it is 19th, you are going to log into this particular link. Okay, so the entry point for every visitor is the same through that landing page and through a login page. Okay. And once they enter into the login page, they can straight away look into the exhibition area, search for Rachna's metal art, and they will straight away be able to come to your booth.
Okay.
But there will not be a specific link for your particular stall until and unless they log in from a landing page in that exhibition. It's like coming to an exhibition gate. First, go into the registration area, get a card, and then get to your stall. It's exactly like this.
Okay, perfect.
Not be able to straight away airdrop into your.
Yeah, I thought if sending it's virtual, how is it going to work? So I was
it's going to be through a login. Yeah?
Great.
Great.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Most welcome. Thank you, Rachna. Okay, Manjeet. Yes, and then we come to Shailendra. Yeah, Manjeet, please go ahead.
गुड मॉर्निंग गगन जी.
गुड मॉर्निंग.
मेरे पास हमारा कार रेंटल का सर्विस का काम है, तो इसमें मेरे पास अलग अलग कार डिफरेंट कार्स हैं, मॉडल्स हैं, तो इसको शो करने के लिए मैं अलग अलग एक ही स्टैंडी में सब कार्स को दिखाऊं या अलग अलग स्टैंडी में अलग अलग पोस्टर में दिखाऊं, किस तरह से दिखाऊं इसमें?
आप
स्टॉल कौन सा है मंजीत?
स्टैंडर्ड है. ओके, सो आप मंजीत आप एक्चुअली आप अलग अलग ओकेजन्स के हिसाब से भी दिखा सकते हो. फॉर एग्जांपल आपका कार्स, एक तो जनरल यूज की कार्स होती हैं, डेली यूज को किसी को जरूरत पड़ी आपने वो दिखा सकते हो.
एक आउट स्टेशन हो गई वही.
एक आपका आउट स्टेशन ट्रैवल्स के लिए अलग हो सकता है, तो मे बी उस टाइम पे कार अलग चाहिए होती है, कुछ तरीके का हो सकता है. कई बार आपकी कार्स कुछ स्पेशल वेडिंग्स के लिए लग सकती हैं, कुछ स्पेशल इवेंट्स के लिए आपकी कुछ स्पेशल तरह की सॉल्यूशंस हो सकते हैं, तो आप वो दिखा सकते हो. कई बार आपका ग्रुप मूवमेंट की कार्स होती हैं,
कॉन्फ्रेंस होती हैं.
आपका अगर ग्रुप मूवमेंट्स है तो बसेस लग रही हैं या बिगर उसमें लग रही हैं, आई डोंट नो, तो आपका वो डिफरेंट तरीके का आपका उसमें सोल्यूशन होगा, राइट? तो आपका तो इवेंट बेस्ड भी बहुत हो सकता है कि वेडिंग या सोशल इवेंट है या कमर्शियल. आपका कार रेंटल में कमर्शियल मूवमेंट भी होती है जहां पे आपकी गाड़ियां साल के लिए लग जाती है, राइट? लीजिंग आपका जो, तो आई वुड रेकमेंड कि एक ही में मत डालिए, सिर्फ कार्स दिखाने से नहीं चलेगा, आपको ये ऐसे सेगमेंट करना पड़ेगा अपने इसको.
और अभी पिक्चर्स भेज दिए तो अभी उनसे बात कर सकता हूँ थोड़ा चेंज करवाने के लिए?
एक बार चेंज पॉसिबल है, बिल्कुल है, लेकिन आप बिल्कुल अलग अलग सॉल्यूशंस डालिए. मान लीजिए मैं आपके स्टॉल पे आता हूँ, ओके, उनको आपको आइडिया देने होंगे कि मैं एक जनरल यूज भी करता हूँ, मैं वेडिंग्स के लिए भी करता हूँ, राइट, और मैं किसी को कॉर्पोरेट लीजिंग करनी है तो वो भी कर सकता हूँ.
जी जी.
क्योंकि अदरवाइज कार देख के सिर्फ यही आइडिया आएगा कि यार किसी को जनरल हायर के लिए चाहिए तो मैं जनरल हायर के लिए ले लेता हूँ. बट दैट इज नॉट योर, this must be your bread and butter, but that's not your core business. I'm sure your core business will be a lot more other things, right?
जी जी.
तो आपको वो आइडिया उनको देने पड़ेंगे, वरना कार देख के सिर्फ यही आइडिया आता है कि यार अच्छा मुझे चाहिए होगी तो मैं देख लूंगा.
जी जी.
राइट.
तो जो नंबर IVR नंबर आपने दिया उसी पे बात करना होगा मुझे?
बात हो सकती है, एब्सोल्यूट.
ठीक है ठीक है
ठीक है.
थैंक यू.
ऑल राइट, थैंक यू. शैलेंद्र प्लीज.
So hi Gagan again. Again Shailendra and a deluxe stall. So I have two questions. One is specific and one is very generic. So one of my generic question is that during the exhibition days, what will be the mode of communication and will we have to be available across the complete time zone? Multiple salesmen can be there. I'm just a bit confused on that part.
You need to say, okay, so what happens is that the exhibition is going to be live throughout the 60 hours, okay, from 9 a.m. on the 19th to the 9 p.m. on 21st. Okay, for all 60 hours the exhibition will be live, but it doesn't mean that you have to be available all throughout. Let me tell you, professional bigger exhibitions, I work a lot with exhibitors all the time. People who are expecting people from visitors from all across the world, I know that they put in their teams whereby they start with a 5 a.m. where Australia is logging in, and buyers from Australia log in, then they look at Australia and Japan, Then after that, Indians log in, and after that they look at Middle East, and then Europe, and then US. So they put their people on different time zones to maximize the conversations. Having said this, yes, a lot of people try and do that, which is okay to do, which has increased the number of conversations they were having. But even if you are not available at certain period of time, if some visitor has visited your booth, has downloaded your brochure, okay, you are going to get an information about them as well. And later on, you will know that out of the 120 contacts I received, or 200 contacts I received, at least 20 people were there who looked at my graphic, who downloaded my brochure, who played my video, which means that these were interested people, right? So which means that I need to contact them first, right? And I will be talking about it in my one of the trainings in the coming weeks, that what do you do with leads, and how do you really connect with leads better. But the best impact is that if you are able to have a conversation with them there and then, because they are in that mode of interacting with exhibitors at that point of time. And if you were present and you are able to have a conversation with them there and then, it is always a good impact. One thing I would like to request, I will be repeating it next week, is that after this exhibition, if you are going to get a lot of leads, you will have to keep next 1 or 2 weeks considerably free to follow up on these leads. If you do not really keep time to follow up on them, it's better you don't participate in this exhibition, because just getting the leads and later on adding them to your database and then sending out regular emails to them, it should not be your goal from this. Your goal is to have meaningful conversations from these people, and the meaningful conversations window is 1 to 2 weeks from an exhibition. Beyond that, you'll lose that window, because you are fresh in their mind. They probably visited you, and you will of course need to do some recollection with them that they visited and all that. But if you cannot follow up, or if you do not follow up with them, it's of no use, right? Even in BNI, we talk about that, how you need to quickly follow up on your reference. The follow-up becomes even critical when it comes to all these leads which you're going to get. That was your first question. What was your second question?
Second question is, now after listening to all the members and you, I am very clear that my marketing will be circled around the target customer base and not product, because anyways I have huge product ranges.
Yes.
So one is B2C for open boxes,
Yeah.
and second will be B2B for commercial architects or real estate, retail store contractors or hospitality consultants.
Okay.
So I will be concentrating on that. Now, having been thought that, how should I be, putting my category so that when a visitor or a member across India comes in, they should understand just by seeing my category, or by first to say, okay, we have to visit this stall later today for sure.
Okay, so you will still be under consumer electronics. Consumer electronics still remains your area of working. That's what I see. Isn't that so? Yes. And when consumer electronics is your area, your way of letting them approach you has to be some key factors about consumer electronics. That should not go away. People will know that you are a consumer electronics brand only when they will know further solutions for architects or for B2C open boxes and all that. You will mention that, but nobody will come to an exhibition knowing that I have to connect with somebody who offers an open box solution. They will not have any clue like this. It's you who are giving that clue. And they will only come to know first. Right. Again, it's a filtration. I should first know a consumer electronics person. It's only after I meet a consumer electronic person, or I have a need of consumer electronic person, that I will be looking at a solution which you have to offer. And
but one person, sorry, I'm interrupting you. So this open box thing is a very big USP for us, because as of date across India, all the open boxes products are either not backed up by the company service, which is Sony in this case, or they are from illegal means. We are unique that first it is being backed by company service across India and installation as well, and it is pure legal way to do this. So that is a USP which most of the people are not aware. Now, with this USP in mind, I think I will have much bigger down the line, bigger pipelines where people will say that, yeah, we know somebody who is into this category.
Yes, I understand.
Or down the line who wants to purchase.
Exactly, you are right
Yeah.
that you
Please
will,
go ahead.
you will need to talk about this, but only if somebody has known you as a consumer electronics brand is when you will be able to tell your USP. Your first level of filtration or to meet someone is still consumer electronics. Isn't that so? So imagine my psychology. If I am coming into this exhibition, what do I, and if I look at, I would look at probably very specific LED TVs. I will put probably an LED, right? So if your keyboard has LED, your first level of certification has happened and I have reached you. It's only I have reached you when I want to discuss with you. Probably I was looking at something else, but because you have said open box, I will then think about, I will get this idea that I can deal with Shailendra for this particular thing. It's very interesting. And because you are saying it as your USP. So the filtration will come from an LED or a consumer. I will put a consumer electronic. After this only I will be able to reach to you. As a visitor, I will probably not search for open box because I have no idea that somebody in open box is going to exist here.
Yeah.
My first search criteria will still be consumer electronics.
Okay.
So you will have to keep that in mind because putting just open box or just other things may you may actually have no visitors because of that.
We'll go by the expert advice.
Right? So put a consumer, and you also put open box within the keywords. You will have a series of keywords which you can put there. That's not a problem. So put few keywords, and within that keyword search, if I see Shailendra and I see a bunch of keywords and I see open box also, maybe I'm intrigued to talk to you that, okay, you do open box also. Even before I get to the stall, I will still be able to see your name. Against your name, I'll be able to see a bunch of keywords against your name. I will get certain ideas, LED TVs, okay, and two of the other things what you said, open box, LED TVs and video walls, right? So the moment I see, okay, I think I need to get in touch with you. Maybe then they're able to get in touch.
Point taken.
Yeah, all right, great. But I like the way that you said that you now want to do it, the target segment based, so that it is much more clear to people. I'm happy to hear that. Great.
Thanks for this time.
Yeah. Sanjay, you have raised your hand. Yes. Nishant, I see your hand. We will come back to you also.
Yeah, good morning. And thank you for clarifying all these doubts. Some of these doubts I was also having. So now I'm drafted fresh. So I have my trainings. I am into the category of NLP training. I work through communications, time management, and goals and belief system, right? So my target audience are in three categories mainly. One is those individuals who take trainings for themselves. They come to my trainings in groups, right? Second is those entrepreneurs or organizations who hire me for their executives. And third is those growth-oriented persons who hire me individually, one-to-one mentoring. So how should I focus and how should I utilize these deluxe stall, all these resources available for me, 3 videos and standees, etc., to display that I do all these 3 segments. I cater to all these 3 different segments.
So Sanjay, please tell me a bit more differentiation between the 1 and the 3. Second is clear to me. Tell me a little more difference between first and second. First and the third.
One is I do 2 types of programs. One is 10 sessions program, 3 hours each, in which I conduct trainings on communications, NLP, time management, and goals. It's a comprehensive program. And one is for 3 sessions only. That is enhance your productivity. One day communications, one day goals.
And don't get into the technicalities. Let's be short and sweet. We are overshooting.
Maybe maybe I need to understand a bit before I actually answer.
Okay. Okay, Gagan.
So these are two programs basically. These are two programs. This is the differentiation. This is part one. And third is simply one-to-one mentoring, 6 months or 9 months, 24 or 36 sessions.
Right.
That is purely one-to-one.
Okay. So I can understand. One is a series of trainings which many people can attend.
Yes.
Second is the corporate trainings where corporates are going to get their members trained, people trained. And the third is a one-to-one mentoring.
Yes.
Right. So you then need to talk like this only. You will have 3 very different segments. And because I got confused the moment you said individual in the first one also and the third one also, I got confused there, right? And others are also expected. If I am getting confused, others also may get confused about this. So you will have to be very clear in distinction that the first one is a set of trainings. Okay, it's a set of trainings which you conduct, a 10 session or a 3 session. Okay, and the third one is a one-to-one consulting or mentoring what you do. Okay, so your first solution will be the training solution. Your second solution would be a solution for the corporates with regards to certain set, and you will of course talk about it. And your third solution will be your series of your one-to-one mentoring solution. This you can talk about within the 3 segments. Okay, you will have a lot of other space. And that space you are going to also talk about. So all of you must look at, are you able to give certain testimonials? Always keep a place for testimonials for your business. And that is very, very critical. Social proof always helps. And your testimonials are a great way of social proof. So what you're going to use is, Sanjay, for you, I know, having spoken to you already, a lot of certifications also are going to work for you. So you need to talk about certain certifications, certain qualifications which you have got, because that is going to build your credibility. And for all the others also, if there are certain qualifications which work under for your business, you need to put that loud and clear, which immediately builds credibility for you. So testimonials, apart from showcasing your categories, testimonials, some of the top numbers, maybe Sanjay, you have trained 5,000 people or 10,000 people, that number should come up very, very upfront. So that is how some of the names which you have put in, some of the corporates which you have worked in, some names of the corporates should come up. Rachna, for example, you were mentioning some of the top architects you have worked along with. Throwing their names is going to definitely help you get in that initial contact with the people. Right. And we were talking about Mr. Agarwal just now. I think he's left. Him talking about Sony could actually substantiate a bit for them. So talking about some numbers, talking about some big clients really helps you generate that bit. And then for you, Sanjay, along with these 3, you could also talk about how NLP helps. How talking about the category itself for you can be good.
Yes.
So you could put one thing which is maybe your own video where you say how NLP can help you, because acceptability of NLP still, I was telling you that I still don't know whether I need an NLP training or not, right? It is when you told me that you have some thoughts around with your model around NLP for business, that I got interested. Otherwise, for me, NLP was all about life coaching and all that bit, which I could not relate to.
True.
Right? So for you, telling people about why NLP is good for you and how you can implement it in your daily work and family and all that could also be a critical thing. Right?
True.
Sometimes promoting a category also helps. Sometimes promoting an entire business line also helps when it is a little less known.
True.
Right? So you could use a series of these things to kind of put in your...
so nice of you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Sanjay. Manoj, we come and then we come to Nishant. Please go ahead, Manoj. Yeah.
Hi, Gagan. Gagan, we are looking at 2 categories to be focused in this exhibition. One is that we are opening office in US. So we are looking for collaborations in US. We are looking for prospects coming from US. to handle their imports from India. Second category is what we are looking at is the air imports. The prospects who are importing goods in India by air, maybe manufacturers who are importing raw material or the traders. So now where we need to focus more, we need to understand that like we are expecting some 20,000 visitors. Right. So out of those, how much are coming from the different countries? If we have some previous statistics or something where we can just figure out something that so that can help us focus more on different products, because our products are based on the prospects.
So Manoj, one is that there is no previous thought, frankly, because we are bringing in. This is the first time when we're doing this particular trade show, right? Exhibition. So there is no previous bit which is there. Yes, there are people expected from about 45 countries, okay, and we will get you the names of those countries. That's not a problem. Ayush had taken the names of few of those countries. If you have attended the training, he has taken the name of a lot of countries. A lot of countries in Europe, Poland was there, and a couple of other European countries were there. Africa was there.
How we are engaging with them, how we are ensuring that, so do we have something in the background working for that?
So we have country pavilions which we have planned.
Okay, got that.
There are going to be specific days. The agenda will be out soon, and on these specific days of the exhibition, let's say we will have it around 2 o'clock to 3 p.m. 3:30. I'm just giving you an arbitrary time to be confirmed. But let's say 2 to 3:30 p.m. there are going to be country pavilions which will be open to everybody who's interested in that country. Okay, so and there will be country representatives from those countries who will be there in that particular there. So you could reach out to them and you say, let's say from US you said, and we will have a US pavilion. Okay, and you go into that and you will have people, like-minded people who are either from US or who are looking at US as a destination to do business with, right? So you could connect. You will be able to connect with few people there. And there you could talk about how it is important for you to.
I had to travel US in 2nd March, but I postponed it so that I can have more, if I could find more people here in the exhibition, and then I'll be traveling and meeting them. So it would make more sense and I can get more value for my ticket. So
and if you already know some people in US who could be BNI, who are potential BNI members or who are BNI members, you could tell them to be at this particular exhibition if they are looking India as a destination, right? And then, of course, you could bring them to your stall as well, and later on go and meet them up when they when you go there.
Right? So how we are getting to this number of 20,000 visitors?
How are we getting to this number? It is
it's a goal, or it is like we have some science behind this.
Definitely, there is a science behind it. I know that the team is working very, very hard. One, we are doing institutional tie-ups. When we say institutional tie-ups, which means we are tying up with the countries, even BNI members, BNI regions across various nations, so that they are telling their members actively to come to this particular forum with the kind of opportunities you get there. We are 10 regions or 11 regions which are a part of this are going to anyways have a set of people who will be visiting there. Imagine if from 10 regions which have the kind of numbers, even 40 to 50% of each of these people also visit. You're anyways already talking about 10,000 people visiting just from these 10 regions, and and this is being spread at all the other regions as well. So definitely, and there is a hell lot of digital marketing which has been planned. There is corporates who have been asked to come onto this, so we are doing corporate and panel events as well. Along with that, we have trade associations which are being invited, and there are members of trade associations who are coming to this to look for suppliers and look for buyers, right? So imagine we are leaving no stone unturned to reach out to as many associations, as many corporates, as many members as possible. And that is why this number we are projecting.
Got that. I got that. Thank you. That was my question.
Yeah, wonderful. Okay, thank you, Manoj. Nishant had a question. I will be more than happy. Nishant, you've been asking for that.
Yes. Yes, Gagan. Hi, Gagan. Gagan, we are basically into the category of diamond jewelry. Basically, diamonds to be exact. So my question is, we have been wholesaling solid, and that's our core business. But at the same time, we manufacture jewelry and we sell that also to retail customers. But that is a very small section of our business. The now in this exhibition, we are trying to focus to the overseas, we are pitching to the overseas buyers who are basically B2B, basically B2B. So what should we, how should I, design the stall? I mean, my basic product is diamond solitaires. I mean, 90% of my revenue comes from that. So, but we have the capability to manufacture and export jewelry as well.
Now,
so if anybody is looking for a tie-up for jewelry manufacturing, yeah.
You have the capability, that's great.
Yeah.
Now what you need to think is, what is your goal from this particular exhibition? Whether one thing I clearly see that your goal is definitely to not look like any other retail outlet. And that is why, unfortunately, many people end up looking like. They will show all their, list of or kind of things they do. And it looks like that you are another diamond jewelry company, and you're looking at B2C buyers, which clearly I see that is not the case with you. In that case, you will need to first be very clear what is your goal from this particular exhibition. Okay, now tell me one or two things which you want to achieve, which you want to achieve from this particular exhibition.
Okay.
Were you able to listen to me, Nishant?
Have some people who are interested in buying from India. Yes. So we're basically looking to make customers whom we can sell to in future from overseas. That's our basic goal, because India is a big diamond exporting country. So we are looking to, make customers from overseas.
I am sorry, I'm not been able to understand it properly. You have been breaking in between, Nishant.
So basically we want to sell to overseas buyers. So that's our core. We want to interact with them, and we ultimately want to sell to them.
Okay, when you are talking about so if you are talking about international buyers and people, it has to be very clear from your communication, Nishant, that you are a wholesale. You deal in wholesale. Okay, you are looking at buyers.
I lost you, Gagan. I lost you for 10-15 seconds. Can you say again, please?
I think your connection is very scanty, Nishant. We are not.
Okay.
Yeah. I can see all the
so
other.
Nishant, I will be putting the recording, so later on maybe you can hear it. If you lose out.
Ma'am, I just quickly. Just
Yeah,
1
so
second,
Gagan,
ma'am.
go
I'm
ahead.
just changing.
Yeah.
Yes, Gagan.
No worries, Nishant. Please, that's okay.
Yes. Yeah. Tell me, please.
So Nishant, what I'm saying is, as I understand from your thought process, is that you definitely are looking for people who are the wholesale buyers of your jewelry or diamonds, for that matter, right? That is what I see what you're looking at. Now there are two things. One is that there may be some wholesale buyers who are going to come here, okay, or there will be people who know wholesale buyers abroad. Your communication has to be for both. Either they are directly the wholesale buyers, or they know somebody who is a retailer who could be buying from you. Right? So you will have to give this thought in people's mind about both things. And you will have to put communication accordingly. One communication is for, so your communication will have to be for retailers rather than for direct end consumer.
Yes.
And what benefit the retailers get because of dealing with you has to come out. What are the benefits you think retailers get after dealing with you?
I've wrote down the set of USPs which specific to them. So you want me to put those on the banners? That should be more visible.
It has to be, because as I'm saying, you should not appear to be looking like a jewelry company who is still selling B2C. We lost you again, Nishant. I think we lost Nishant. Okay, in the meanwhile, Manoj, you raised your hand again. Was there another question?
A very quick and small and short question that do we have some registration for the visitors in advance just to figure out that these are the guys who are coming and we can get the profile of those guys? I'm not sure.
Yes, we have. As I mentioned to Rachna, I guess there is a login which will be sent to you. The people will be registering. The visitors will be registering maybe 3 days in advance, 4 days in advance, and they will be sent an email. And on the day, they will have to click that link, and they will be able to log in from their email ID or phone number.
Can we add? Can we get those database where like who all have registered so that we can see whom to whom we can proactively connect?
So you will. That is where the role of the app comes into picture. You will soon be getting the details of the app. At the app, you will have all the registrations, all the registered people, and it is the place where you're going to be communicating with them.
Awesome, that's wonderful. Thanks, Gagan.
All right. Any more questions?
So yes, Manoj, that app is going to be for 1 year. And since you weren't there yesterday in the evening, that's what Ayush said. The entire database of visitors will be shared there with you guys, provided none of you spam. The moment you start spamming, you're going to be, I mean, your membership goes for a toss. I'm being very clear because Max Srinivasan is going to kill all the 9 EDs for doing this and sharing database. So we'll all be dead. So please, no one spam. And by spamming, I mean, don't start sending out your company brochures and blah, blah, blah. First connect with them, seek permission to share, and then share. Right, Gagan?
Yes, absolutely.
So any more questions? Himanshu, you can unmute.
Yes, ma'am.
I know you're good to go, but I'm sure you have some beautiful suggestions. You've been an industry stalwart in your field.
No, ma'am. Basically, it's nothing. It's just that we need to all, it's just a learning experience for me also. I'm doing it for the first time. And, more or less, it's like a learning experience for me. So it is a situation where we'll walk and we'll fall. So it cannot be a walk and run situation. It has to be a walk and fall situation right now for us. Let's see how this goes. I'm sure if Gagan has planned it well, so everything would be like it will be a big go-go for all of us. It should be a big landmark for all of us.
Himanshu, the first session जो गगन जी ने लिया था ना आज से 2 week पहले, ठीक है? When I attended the session, you know what was the feeling? वो एक picture आई थी 300 नाम की एक English movie, जो screen पे जो भी 250-300 लोग थे ना उस दिन वो सारे के सारे वैसी energy feel कर रहे थे.
It is always like that. See, that is what it is all about. It's always a learning experience. Everything new that is happening to you is a learning experience for you. So I haven't taken part. I've never participated in an online exhibition like this ever. Neither have I attended any. So it's like a learning experience for me. For me, it is like a walk and fall situation. Never mind, business comes or it doesn't come. That's not important. What is important is what I earn or learn from it. Yeah. By the end of the day, that is something which is very important for me. Learning is something which is a big takeaway for me on this.
Super.
So first gain for me from this exhibition, participating in this exhibition is, मैंने ना हमारे यहाँ पे सब कुछ है, वेबसाइट है, सोशल मीडिया है, क्रिएटिव्स हैं, कैटलॉग, सब कुछ है, वीडियोस नहीं थे. तो yesterday only I created a first video and uploaded on YouTube. So that was the first learning for me.
That's awesome. Good to hear.
जो चीज 8 महीने बाद होनी थी या 2022 में होनी थी ना, वो कल स्टार्ट हुई है मेरे यहाँ पर.
Very good.
So Gagan, what all trainings would you be taking? If you could just let them know, when should they block their calendar? Because some of them are not looking at their communication. Now that you're here, just share your dates.
So we will be talking about on Monday at 6 p.m. We are talking about this is called an Expo Maximizer training, whereby we'll be talking about what kind of visitors you can expect in this exhibition. What is the categorization of these visitors and what to talk to them. We will be talking about that, and we'll be talking about certain follow-up strategies and all that as well. The last training will be completely on related to sales and prospecting. Which some of the very important facts on sales, like yesterday it was about marketing. There will be a dedicated training on sales and the importance of all of those factors, prospecting, sales, follow-ups, making rapport with them before actually immediately selling them. and all of these things. And we will also be talking about what do you really do with your leads, all the leads what you get, how do you really communicate with them, what to talk to them. We will also be discussing so that it is not intrusive in their daily lives, and yet you can give value to them some way. So these are the two trainings which we're talking about.
And of course, we'll be having a technical training about all about the stall.
That of course we will be having, yes.
Yeah. So how, what, where, why.
Yes.
Of the stall. So I guess if everybody is finished with their questions, we can thank Gagan. And we can all have our lunches then.
Thank you so much, Gagan. It was really informative.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Gagan.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Can't thank you enough, Gagan ji.
Absolutely a pleasure. And
I agree.
feel free to reach out in case of any problem, any challenge there. Yeah.
Thank
Thanks a
you.
lot.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you, Anjali ma'am, for organizing this. Bye, ma'am.
Most welcome.
You
have to thank Gagan, bhaiya. One request and he's here.
Awesome.
Comment. Well, I have no option, by the way.